EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today we've got a fun little clash in the AFC as it'll be the Pittsburgh Steelers taking on the Houston Texans. This taken in at the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. And now out come the Steelers. Now the third-year man, Najee Harris, and he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. Second down coming up.
Not a lot of running room there, not a place to make a cut and kind of exit out because they had everything bottled up. Looked to me like the linemen were taking on their blocks really well and giving up no creases.
From the 25, here's second down at 7. They run again with Harris. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Pickett will look to throw it here. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. So opening drive third down, they complete the slant to move the sticks.
And ordinarily, it's a high percentage pass when you throw it. And receivers like to run that route because it gets the ball in their hands pretty quickly. Just a couple of quick steps upfield, break towards the middle, and the ball should be there. And then they can get to do some work afterwards.
And he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Here's Pickett. That's to the sideline and incomplete.
No doubt about that one, because even though he hasn't left the pocket, he's got a receiver in the area, so it's not grounding, even though there's no way that ball was going to be caught.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Pickett, he'll look to throw it. Setting up the screen, Harris. And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first. 5 yards, and that means they come up short as they're going to have to punt here on the opening drive. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
We'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. And here comes the Texans now. They'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. A man coming off a great rookie year. It's Dameon Pierce. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
First down, they go right back to Pierce. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. It's another first down as this time they get an even 20. Absolutely no trouble moving the ball on the ground on the first 2 plays from scrimmage.
Absolutely. You know what I really like? Same guy carrying the ball in both plays, and what drives me crazy is when a back has a nice run, he taps his helmet to go out of the game. I would want the ball again and again and again because you've established really nice momentum, and now you're seeing the field really well.
On a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. 51 yards rushing so far, and this is just their first possession. They've got a new set of downs here.
That's a very nice game there. A confidence-building run. Love the execution up front, and the way he pressed the hole, absolutely perfect.
Now they'll throw it with Stroud here, 1st and 10. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. T.J. Watt causing the disruption. He gets the sack.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Stroud. Oh, it's a screen pass. It's complete. Dropped at the 35, but he was able to display the agility there. Give him 6 on the screen, but now it's 3rd down.
I like the thinking there because right after a sack, it can be a great time to call for a screen to your running back and use the eagerness of the defense against him. Able to gain some positive yards out of this one and make things a little bit easier for him on 3rd down.
They run with the former Buffalo Bill, Devin Singletary. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. A 3-yard loss. 4th down now.
Well, they certainly didn't appear to be fired up about their options throwing the football. So, to me, this seems like a case of just kind of taking their medicine there, run the ball, see if they could pick up something. Instead, they were throwing for a loss.
And he missed it. It's no good. And this will remain a scoreless game. So Pittsburgh retakes the field for their 2nd offensive possession. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. Now they're set up nicely at the 45-yard line after the missed field goal from 55. Harris starts the drive on the ground. And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
At the 50-yard line.
Now 2nd and 5. Off the play fake, here's Pickett. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Christian Harris there, finding his way home to record the sack.
Pressure can come from all over when you're plotting a defensive strategy, and that particular play just came from the outside.
Pickett and the Steelers in need of a big play here. 3rd and long after the sack. They'll set up a throw. Pickett lost it. Oh, one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. 1st and 10, it's Pierce. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
And they'll go play action here with Stroud. Throw here is incomplete. He was out there waving his arms saying throw it here, dropped it, not a good look.
Well, all I can do is just look at him with contempt on that one. As a defensive back, I'm saying, not as an announcer. Just like, really?
A little bit of a diva look, isn't it?
Yeah, very much so, because I think what happens is he just had too much time to think. He's wide open now. Here comes the ball, and he doesn't concentrate and drops it.
And he'll get this underneath to Singletary. That he won't quite make it. He needed 6. He got about 5. 4th down.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the 1st down. Now to be 4th and short.
So on 4th down, Texan kicker Kaimi Fairbairn comes on. This from 44 yards out, left hash. The kick by Fairbairn is good. And it's now 3-0 Texans. So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field.
Definitely a lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board. Ended up settling for 3.
Fairbairn now following the made field goal. He'll send this one away. Taken at the goal line. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive. Pickett leads his Steelers up here with a fresh set of downs at their own 25-yard line. Harris will start the drive out. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Nice satisfying run on first down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we've got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Looking to throw, Pickett. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. That was Will Anderson getting home and finishing the play. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Man, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. It's a gain of 26 as they pick up the first down in the process.
And now at this point in the first half, you've got to realize as an offense, you're not going to get it all back in one fell swoop. This is going to be about sustained drives and making sure you finish with points. And that's a good throw there for a first down.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
Now a 2nd and 10. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's got this to Pickens. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 25-yard line. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him, and he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
I know we spend a lot of time talking about how the defensive backs read routes and make plays on the football. How about a good linebacker? Feeling the route, seeing the quarterback, jumps the play, and knocks it away. Really well done.
Pickett's throw into the hands of Pickens. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. So he fought off the tackle, and that effort gives him the first before he's brought down. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
But we tend to give those running backs that are slashers a lot of credit, but how about guys who are maulers? Because that's what you want in short yardage situations, and we just saw that occur right there, didn't we?
Vertical, downhill running. First down, and they go back to Harris. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field when his number is called. The way he's running it, I keep going back to him.
Pickett going to bootleg it. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And in for the Steelers touchdown. Connor Hayward, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Steelers are able to answer the early 3 points and take a first quarter lead. Chris Boswell now for the extra point. He's got it. They'll see that opening drive field goal and raise it a touchdown, and that makes it 7-3.
Texans 3.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This fielded right at the goal line. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Texans offense set to regain possession. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. So the completion good for 6 yards, and it'll be second down. After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter from Houston. It's the Texans in possession of the football. Second down and 4. As they've got it as we resume action. On second down, here's a run with Singletary. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 10 yards there, good enough for a Texan first down. The defense was dialed into the pass. They overlooked the draw play.
And how often do we talk about the oldies are still goodies? Because that draw play comes straight from Coach Paul Brown's playbook, going all the way back to the original Cleveland Browns.
Pierce takes it straight ahead. And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line.
That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a first down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. Be a lot of chattering now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
Here's a 2nd and 5. And Stroud now to throw. And he finds his target. It's Schultz. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Running it out of the gun with Pierce. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
I think what we just saw their partner was linebacking speed that can trump O-line power. We see that at times because he filled the gap before the offensive lineman could get to the next level and take him on.
2nd and 10. And Pierce gets it again on second down. And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42.
He was brought down by Cole Holcomb. That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 7.
And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down. Stroud on 3rd down now. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. They'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
And that's how you pick up a first down. Not only does he make the catch, but has enough body control to get his feet down inbounds, toe tapping and dragging to make sure he gets it done.
Pierce now up the middle. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
So from the 22, here's 2nd and 2. And Pierce gets it again on second down. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 77 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
Pierce with a motivated run there. No surprise he's motivated this season after a late injury robbed him of a 1,000-yard campaign last year and potentially the Rookie of the Year. Even still, the 4th-round pick outplayed his slot with over 900 yards in 13 games.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
So many things have to go right for any passing play to work out. Quarterback has to understand the defense, deliver an accurate ball. Receiver has to concentrate and bring it in. Somewhere along the assembly line, something was off with that one.
Here's 2nd and 10. They'll give this to Singletary running right. He's down inside the 10 to the 8, and it comes on a gain of 8.
There's so many definitions of a complete back. I think most people think a guy who can block, a guy who can catch, and a guy who can run. But how about when you put it all together as a runner, and you can fake people out, you can be shifty, and also run with some power and break tackles, as we just saw on that pickup.
Stroud now on 3rd and 2. Got his tight end. That's complete. It's Schultz. Yeah, this is not going to be enough. Was in search of 2 yards and only got halfway there.
If this were baseball, we'd call this small ball. Instead of pushing it downfield, they throw a short pass trying to pick up the 1st down, but the defense rallies to the football and stops him short, bringing up a 4th down.
A 25-yard attempt.
Fairbairn able to put this one through. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
Fairbairn now following the made field goal. He'll send this one away. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Now the Steelers offense gets ready to get back onto the field. Pickett leads the Steelers up here with a fresh set of downs at their own 23. They'll start on the ground with Harris. And he'll get this just across the 25-yard line.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Ball at the 26, 2nd and 7. They run the play fake. Here's Pickett. Here's one deep for Pickens. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Thus far, they have been able to move the line of scrimmage very well in the running game. Almost felt like they said in the huddle, can you guys pass protect? Let's take a big shot downfield. Didn't get it on that one, but they may come back to it again.
Throwing on 3rd down. Here's Pickett. Got an open man. It's Pickens. And he will have a Steelers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down. Executed it to perfection. Now a 1st down carry for Harris. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 11 more on that one and another 1st down.
Give every member of that unit a ton of credit for ripping off such a big gain there because you don't get free for that many yards on a counter or misdirection without everybody selling the heck out of it.
couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. Here's another carry for Harris. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Najee Harris, 53 yards. And the Steelers are able to stretch out their lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Houston set to take over. They've been settling quite a bit. They've been able to move the football some, but they've just been settling. That's one of the reasons they're down on the scoreboard.
I love that word you picked, settling, because nowadays in this NFL, you're thinking touchdown almost every drive because everything's so high-powered. Yeah, you'll take the field goal, but you always feel like you're leaving points out there when you don't put it in the end zone.
They'll be trying to put it in the end zone here on this drive.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately, because if you let that big guy get ahead of steam up, boy, then you've got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on first down. On second down, it's Stroud. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
And I think he was a little surprised to see the ball sitting out there like that. That's a ball he had a chance to come away with, but it winds up an incomplete pass.
The Texans on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 6. From the gun on third down, here's Stroud. Going to Woods, but that pass is intercepted. Levi Wallace with a pick. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. Well, Charles, as a defender yourself who made a few of those plays back in your day, I know you know there's no better feeling than a pick 6 for a defender.
And the big thing is when you take it and you realize you're out there and you've got a great chance to score, not to get overexcited and have one of the yard lines trip you up, or the turf monsters we used to call it, knock you down before you get to the end zone. That didn't happen on that play. He carried it home.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
And sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete.
With a rookie quarterback out there, you're definitely going to find out how he handles adversity, because this one so far hasn't gone according to plan. He's got to fight through it and show him what he's made of.
On second down, here's Pierce. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
And force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Here's 3rd and 7. Stroud out of the gun here. And this is going to be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
The Texans send the punter out. The back deep for the Steelers is Calvin Austin. The Steelers ready to take over on offense.
38-yard line.
So good field position for the Steelers as they come up 1st and 10 at their 38. A handoff to Harris to begin the drive. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. Second down coming up.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. But he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So if they give him any space, he realizes his job to make more out of it than what they give him. Picks up 3 on that carry.
Pickett back to throw. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Pickett. And that is incomplete.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed, because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
On 4th down, here's Presley Harvin on to punt. And a fair catch called for and made at the 12-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Texans are going to have the football with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. Stroud now on 1st and 10. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
Well, this defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a second half that they have to play. But so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stressed the pocket for the quarterback. They forced him into errant throws. Everything they're doing has been executed well.
Now a handoff for Pierce. And just not a ton of room to work with. He'll get it to the 15 for a gain of 2. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down. Back to throw. Here's Stroud. To the sideline and incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
The Texans send the punter out, standing just about on his own goal line. Now a fair catch called for and made right on the 45-yard line. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46. Off play action. Pickett. That's caught. Allen Robinson. And he's brought down. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a 1st down.
And the Steelers 1st down.
Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Pickett to throw on 1st down. And a dangerous throw there, incomplete. He threw that into coverage. It was nearly intercepted.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on 1st down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Pickett, he'll look to throw it. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Well, that was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
And the Steelers on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 10. Now Pickett. And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up.
And this defense definitely in his head there on 3rd down, and he's pretty fortunate. They didn't call for grounding on this one. That was a good 10 feet over everyone's head.
On is Presley Harvin now as he'll send this one away. He's been a busy man here in this 1st half as he gets it away. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. The last series for him, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. A good pickup there on 1st as the screen pass gets him 8.
And a really nice play call there to start the drive, especially if you're a team that has a little bit of a reputation for throwing it downfield. You come out and you think maybe you can catch them off guard a little bit, and they did. Little screen pass, backdoored them, and that time worked well for a solid gain.
Stroud's throw complete into the hands of Schultz here. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give him 17 on the pickup there, and the Texans also get a new set of downs.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the 1st half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like...
Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick. And the Steelers are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. Pickett now on 1st down. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler 1st down.
Well, this is where reading defenses and practice time comes into play. You've got to know what you're running versus zone versus man and how to run the proper route. And they just executed that one pretty well.
Final play of the 1st half. Here's Pickett setting up the screen. Harris. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. So we've reached halftime here with the visiting Steelers out in front. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. This taken in at the goal line. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Texans going to take over here to start quarter number 3. And right out of the gate, they face what you'd think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 101 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
Man, these guys may not win this ball game, but you certainly can't fault the effort of this man here today. He's been a real thorn in their sides all afternoon. And that last carry puts him over the 100-yard mark.
And they'll go right back to Pierce. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Now, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
2nd and 9. The second down throw now from Stroud. Oh, and that is incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now Stroud. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Well, if they have any designs on getting back into this football game in the second half, they're going to need to be much sharper offensively than they were on this opening possession. Not much happening here, and it'll lead to a 4th down.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Time for the Steelers offense now to get set for their first possession of half number 2. Pickett leads the Steelers up here with a fresh set of downs at their own 12-yard line. Here's Pickett. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down.
But plain and simple, that's the 2nd time today that he's dropped a pass.
And that one, I think, maybe even a little easier than the earlier one that he dropped. Surprising.
Was this game announced as a night game prior to, and maybe his rhythm is just off? He's got thrown off. He's going to have to wake up, enjoy the sunshine, and go play.
On 2nd down, this is Harris. And he'll be taken down at the 18. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Well, this play sequence was really kind of called in reverse. Incomplete pass on 1st and 10. Nice run on 2nd and 10 when probably everyone was expecting him to throw the football. Now, if you're the defense, what are they going to do on 3rd down? You're a little off balance.
Off the play fake, here's Pickett. That is caught. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
That's another beautiful throw right there. It gets it to his man right in stride. And I think that throw kind of exemplifies what we've seen from this offense throughout this game. They've been in rhythm. They've been sharp. They've been on it. And they pick up another 1st down there.
1st and 10, here's Pickett. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. 2nd time in this game, Charles, the ball has squirted out from his hands. Luckily, his teammate was there to pounce on it.
You're right. Got the lucky bounce, able to retain possession. You know, we often talk about the combine and why do we measure quarterbacks' hands. Is that really a big deal? It's for situations like this. Do you have the hands big enough and strong enough to hold on to the football while being jostled?
A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
And looking at Houston defensively, they've got a dime set. 6 DBs on 3rd. Pickett will look to throw it here. He's got his target. That's complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 30 yards there. And, of course, the first down as well.
Another big play right there, and this is where, as an offense, you can really put the hammer down. You've got a double-digit lead, but those other guys, they've been hanging around. A touchdown here could put this game out of reach, and that's a strong step towards getting it done.
And he'll get it inside the 35.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves and start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. 2nd and 7, operating from the 34. Back to throw, Pickett. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
He already came through for them on this drive. No surprise that they were hoping he could do it again.
An 8-play drive to this point. So here's play number 9 on 3rd and 7. Looking to throw, Pickett. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 20-yard line. 14 yards that time for number 14. Harris running straight ahead. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. Brought down on the play by the linebacker, Christian Harris.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
Only a gain of a couple there. That leaves them needing about 7 here on 3rd down.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. From the gun on 3rd down, Pickett. And that is incomplete.
And that drive is going pretty darn well. 3 previous times converted on 3rd down, but on that one, the defense rose up and said enough of that.
So Pickett is off to the sideline, and Chris Boswell is on for the Steeler field goal try. A 33-yarder from the left hash. And the former Rice Al Boswell puts this one through in his return to Houston. And that will extend their lead even further. And right now, Charles, this is about building that lead little by little, and they're able to do just that.
And it gets them past the key number of 16, so this is now a 3-score lead. Not time to exhale just yet, but that might prove to be an important 3 points before things are said and done.
After the successful field goal try, here's Boswell to send it away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. And now out comes Houston. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Pierce to begin the drive. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 120 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues. He's done his part sailing past the century mark on the ground with rushing yardage, but his team, a different story.
Yeah, they're down big in this ball game, so sometimes you wonder to yourself how much of that is him with a great performance and how much of that is the defense just loosening up because it...
Taking it right down Broadway. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Another first down there as this one goes for 25.
Singletary with a good gain, and after 4 seasons and 3,100 yards in Buffalo, he signed with Houston this offseason. Welcome reinforcements for a ground game that was second to last in the NFL a season ago.
Stroud to the air on 1st and 10. Over the middle, that's caught by Mechie. Call it a gain of 3 on the play, and it'll be second down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the Steelers' 28-yard line.
Stroud off the play fake. This is caught. It's Woods. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here, and now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Man in motion left. That's Collins. He's going to handle it on the touch pass. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. A run for Pierce out of the gun. And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. 3rd and goal, Stroud. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So now 4th and goal. You're trailing by a decent amount here. What are you doing, Coach Davis?
Well, I've got to think to myself, just how many more opportunities am I going to have this close and have this chance? I've got to go for it right here. The clock's dwindling on me. Let's go get it done.
A 20-yard attempt.
The kick by Fairbairn is good, and that'll get the deficit down to 15. So that maybe not exactly what they were hoping for, but it does get them back within a couple of scores. And
at this point in the 3rd quarter, you don't have much margin for error, and that means you can't have drives that end with nothing. Whether it's a punt, a turnover on downs, those have to go away. You have to end with a kick, either a field goal or an extra point after a touchdown.
Fairbairn now following the made field goal. He'll send this one away. Taken at the goal line. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Pittsburgh offense making their way back out. And last time they were able to churn some clock. They got the field goal, added on to their lead, but that was a drive that was so long, it should have ended in a touchdown. You know that's how they felt.
And we'll both be headed to the airport after the game. But we probably should go to the post-game press conference because someone's going to ask the head coach about this drive, and he's going to profess that he was happy to get points, and we know that's not true.
Yeah.
Okay, after this type of a drive, not getting a touchdown, a huge disappointment.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete.
This defense could use some more of these types of plays. How about him reading it, driving on the football, and he's right there for the pass breakup.
2nd and 10. Thanks for tagging along with us here from Houston, Texas. They hand this off to Harris. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
Well, partner, they've been running it well the entire game, and the big guys up front, they're a huge reason why. And now they're reaping the benefits as they continue to open up big holes and gain nice yardage.
And the Texans have an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down. Pickett back to throw. He had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Well, that's a defensive coordinator's got to be happy with that result. They took away all options downfield and forced the incompletion.
The Steelers send out their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Football going back over now to the Houston Texans. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize, like going to the county fair. You don't get a big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. And he'll run straight into a wall of tacklers at the line of scrimmage. It's 2nd down. That time they're able to bottle him up, but he's having a really nice game.
I agree with that. Let's just go big picture, right? Every back that's in the Hall of Fame had carries where they didn't gain yardage or they lost yardage, but you stick with them, don't you? When they're having a good game, keep feeding them.
And Pierce gets it again on 2nd down. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
But if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. They intercept Stroud again, the 3rd time in this game. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. On the give, this is Harris. And room there to work it inside the 25. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
Now 2nd and 3. Pickett. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
We know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Pickett now to throw off the play fake. And that is incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
So Pickett is off to the sideline, and Chris Boswell is on for the Steeler field goal try. He connected on his first, this from 41. And the former Rice Al Boswell puts this one through in his return to Houston. And that will extend their lead even further. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
After the successful field goal try, here's Boswell to send it away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Houston set to take over. Well, it's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. The turnover on the last drive, they had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't want to admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works. Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain, or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points, and the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. Montravius Adams. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to him.
Brings up 4th down. That's the end of the third quarter of play. With the score,
and that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now in Houston. It's Texans football, but they trail here as we get started in the fourth quarter. It'll be a 41-yard punt, give them 5 on the return. And the Steeler offense, they're set up nicely as they take over. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. Well, the win for them at this point seems pretty assured. I mean, still a decent amount of time left here in the fourth quarter, Charles, but you got the football, you're up 3 scores. They have to be feeling really good about where they're at.
I love your observation skills, partner, because I think you saw them charge onto the field fired up about another chance to get into the end zone. Looks to me like this group is ready to crush any hope left on the opposing sideline, and they want to do it with some gusto, too.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Harris going to get it again on second down. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. Able to get the 1 yard he needed, but nothing more.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. But I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They run again with Harris. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Good gain there on first down, and keeps them in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him. He ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. And Freiermuth going to have a Steelers first down as he'll be brought down just outside the red zone. Mark him at the 21.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
On the ground, it's Harris. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1 yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal. Well, normally you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the 4th quarter, but the way that they've passed it with such success, I don't know, maybe keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think you brought up something that goes against conventional wisdom, right? In this stage of the game, you would think you would switch to a...
Got his man, it's caught for a Steelers touchdown. Allen Robinson from 10 yards out. And the Steelers are able to add on to that lead. He's got them out now to a 3-score lead here in the 4th quarter after that one, CD. And, well, he looked right off the line like he knew that that ball was coming his way, and he secured it for 6 points.
Yeah, I think when you're leading by a healthy margin already, it actually loosens you up and allows you to take maybe a few more chances and definitely play with more confidence, because he certainly saw something he could exploit in the defense. They made sure to let his quarterback know, just get it to me. And the rest was all up to him, and he delivered and made it a 3-score game.
Let's go, man. Do it. Do it. Oh, let's turn it up. Let's go. Let's dominate this. Let's go.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This fielded right at the goal line. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
On 1st down, here's Stroud. That to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Stroud looking to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. A give to Harris. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. Now it looks like we're going to get a stoppage here. An injured Steeler on that last play. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. Now a 2nd and 2. Now run straight ahead with Warren. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That's good for 21 yards and a 1st down.
Not too shabby for his first carry of the game. That's exactly what most teams are looking for, a really good change of pace back.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. On the give, it's Warren. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Kenny Pickett finding Pat Freiermuth. And the Steelers start to open this lead even wider here in the fourth. When coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all three phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back to the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we have been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
Let's play. Let's play now, baby. Let's play. Hold up, baby. Let's go, man. Let's do this, man. That's right, man. Let's play it too. I got you, baby. Let's go, baby. Turn it up. The storm, baby. Let's go. Let's dominate this. Dominate this.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Houston's offense taking over again. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards, and they'll be left with a second and about a foot.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
Yeah, interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. Stroud now on second down. And oh my goodness, here's a fifth interception. Picked off by Chandon Sullivan from the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10.
At the 32-yard line.
They'll bring a tight end in motion right. In motion left here, one of their tight ends. A handoff for Warren. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd down and 8. Pickett, he'll look to throw it. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete. Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Touchdown! Jalen Warren from 6 yards away. And the Steelers continue to pour it on here in the 4th. Boy, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. It's certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up this secondary. A clinic on how to attack a defense and take them out of the game.
They can't stop Play a little aggressive, baby. Let's have some fun. Let's get some fun. That's what it is. That's what it is, baby. Let us get to the whistle.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This taken in at the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. And the Texans set to come onto the field. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage. Timing is so important on a route like this because he's going to line up out right and then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
Open man is Mechie, and he's got him. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Well, I mean, look, obviously there's no 20 or 30-point play in that playbook, but they can try to end things here on a positive note despite trailing big, and that looks like what they're trying to do here by pushing the ball downfield.
Well, let me go with the heavy cliche then, partner. Just control what you can control right now, and all they can control here is how their final plays develop.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Now, fourth quarter, certainly not enough time for a comeback, but nice to see them making use of the time remaining to try and make this one a little more respectable.
Yeah, I think the ultimate goal, good execution, be crisp, be sharp, and find a way to put some points on the board to make this thing look just a little bit better.
And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those too.
And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first.
Brandon, a lot of times you'll see running backs rotate in and out of the game, whether it's completed pass, a good run, it doesn't matter. Here, not only does he stay in, but they go right back to him, and he makes another nice play. Back-to-back catches.
The throwing again is Stroud. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that'll bring up second down.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
On the bootleg, Stroud. Short. Oh, he's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet. But it looks like one of the DBs has it. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And they have to be feeling pretty good. Comfortable fourth quarter lead as they take over following the fumble recovery. He was brought down by Malik Collins.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
2nd and 7. On the run, it's Warren. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard. Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game against them, but tally that one on the side of the defense.
Do you think maybe, possibly, it can be a little bit of a changer for them? Maybe not a game changer, but a little bit of a momentum one that maybe they can string together some pretty good plays and slow them down.
Throwing on 3rd down. Here's Pickett. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete. Well, up big here in the 4th quarter, up really big. That pass and incompletion, I don't think they needed the completion, but, Charles, this is an offense right now that they're just having fun. They're clicking on all cylinders.
Yeah, you're right. They didn't need a completion. They certainly don't need any more points, but they're not going to turn them down. They're going to continue to run what they have in their playbook, and they still want to run it efficiently.
And taken right on the 30. It's a 42-yard punt, but 8 on the return. And the Texans will take over. And now out comes Houston. Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their 38. Stroud working out of the gun. He's got his man. It's the tight end, Brevin Jordan. So the completion good for 7 there, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 45-yard line.
On 2nd down, it's Stroud. A quick throw there is incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Now here's Stroud on 3rd down. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Looks like they're going to keep throwing to the bitter end. This one's long since over, but give them credit. They're going to go down fighting. That one, incomplete.
The Texans send the punter out as he's on for the 5th time here today. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. They'll start this drive out on the ground. Denzel Perryman there to bring him down.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. 2nd and 9 now from the 21. Oh, and they sent the man in motion too late. This is going to be a delay. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. They'll run it. Warren. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
Now a run with Warren. And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down.
A gain of 4 yards. It's now 4th down. Presley Harvin in punt formation for the
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest. The kind of performance